Well, hello, a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shaylee and happy, what is it?
Twixmas.
Did you have a good Christmas? Because we haven't been back since Christmas.
Yeah.
So I hope you had a great Christmas. We've got an amazing show. We've got such fantastic deals. I think we've got some problem solvers, perhaps for the problems you had over Christmas.
Yes, because we're going to start off with a Black & Decker air fryer at a fantastic price. It's a dual air fryer, so you've got two separate baskets that you can use individually or you can put them together. A huge saving against the usual price. And with PayPal Pay in 3, it's only $31.98 on your first of 3 payments. If you didn't have enough space over Christmas for your cooking, if you want a healthier, lower fat way of cooking.
Yeah, going into the new year, honestly, this is the tastiest food. It cooks so quick. You can actually sync it so it finishes cooking at the same time. You can just use one basket if it's just for one of you. You could do snacks for the kids. You could do a whole dinner in here, and it's so simple as well to operate. Now, if you do want this, we've got to warn you, price-wise, you're saving, like we're saying, £170. We are at half the stock sold out.
Already gone from previous shows. So if you want to shop for this, 167493 is your item number. Remember, it is a dual air fryer. So you've got the two different baskets that you can see there. Really simple, really easy to operate. And as Hayley was saying, you've got those two separate contacts. When you think about what you're going to cook in there, well, the variety of food is spectacular. From the perfect low-fat chip to your roast potatoes to full joints of meat.
And the nice thing is you could do chicken and chips, you could do lamb chop and roast potatoes, you could do steak and jacket potatoes. Jacket potatoes in here are absolutely amazing. The meat, it seals it on the outside. It's so juicy and succulent on the inside. But everything you're cooking with either no oil at all or the tiniest amount of oil. So you're cooking the food you like in a healthier way. A healthier chip, a healthier roast potato, healthier roast vegetables. Because it's not the actual potatoes or the veg, they're not full of calories. It's the oil you put in, and you don't need to use the oil.
And the other great thing is there's no ages waiting for your big oven to heat up. So if you want to use it for things like your fish fingers, the kids' lunches, but then the main meals, things like pizzas and calzones, it does fish beautifully.
Fish finger sandwiches, you could do in here. And honestly, if you just want a snacky cheese on toast, really quick and easy, even the ready meals and things like this, honestly, it's amazing. And when we're thinking about energy,
well, the cost of everything, isn't it? When we talk about the cost of running things and energy costs, look at, you could be saving up to £242 per year on energy, depending on your supplier.
We were saying about your main oven. You put that main oven on. How long does it take to heat up? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it's cooking nothing. Most food, not absolutely everything, but most food will be cooked in your air fryer before your oven is even hot enough to put the food in. At this price, $89.99, you can't afford to miss out. I can't believe you've got a dual basket air fryer for these prices.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And the fact you can use the baskets individually, cook on different times and different temperatures, and then you can join them together so they all finish at the same time.
And though over Christmas we were saying use this as extra space, I truly believe you will use this every single day of the week, and that main oven will just stand shiny and clean because this is so super quick. The food tastes so good. I'd love to say you'll use this because it's the healthiest way of cooking, because it is such a healthy way of cooking, and we're going into the new year, we want to be healthy, but you'll use it because the food tastes so good. The first thing you've got to do is a whole chicken.
Yeah.
Put a chicken in one of those actual baskets. Oh, it's like a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, it really is. That perfect finish. Oh, nothing dries out in an air fryer, but you're using so much less oil and so much less energy.
And less time as well. You virtually throw it in, whereas in that main oven, you'd be actually putting that main oven on, wouldn't you? And you'd be going back and you'd be basting that chicken. You'd be taking the tin foil off. You'd be adding some water into it. You'd be doing this. You'd be doing that. You'd open the door again. You'd put something else in. With this, you could have the chicken in one side, like we've got here. You could have your meat in one side and your roast potatoes in the other.
And then that perfect joint that you can see there, those joints of meat, whether you're thinking of beef or pork like you're seeing here with the pork crackling.
Oh,
Now, remember, you only need the item number on screen to get shopping, 167493, ShopOnTV.co.uk, or you can order on the phone, 0333 241 241.
Perhaps you were hoping to get one of these for Christmas and you didn't. Perhaps you've got Christmas money that you want to spend, or perhaps actually you struggled over Christmas getting the food great. I think it's really difficult to spoil food in an air fryer. It cooks it so beautifully. Or perhaps you have got a wedding coming up. Perhaps you've got a housewarming coming up. Perhaps perhaps you've been desperate for an air fryer, but they've all been out of reach financially. To get a dual air fryer at $89.99 is absolutely phenomenal. And whether it's breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinners, whole dinners, puddings, desserts, cakes, it does the lot, and it does it so well.
You bake, you roast, you grill in there. It does everything like Hayley
It's
said.
all we use, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And your sister exactly the same. We went for dinner, didn't we, the other day?
Yep.
And she was like, she doesn't put the main oven on. She does absolutely everything. She did about 4 dinners out of the air fryer. She was in and out and in and out. It was absolutely fantastic. And the food is fantastic.
Did you hear that?
Hang on a minute.
50% has moved to 60% of the stock already gone.
My word.
If you've got it in a basket, do confirm your order and check out. Easiest way to see everything is on the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk. Go to Shop Now, the live show, scroll down, and you'll see everything that we have on the show. If you do want to message us, we'd love to hear from you. There's a little message box there
Tell us
on
about
the
your
website.
Christmas.
Or you can email in studio@shopontv.co.uk. The Polty is back. We've got that fabulous coffee machine. Like Hayley was saying, if you've got some extra money from Christmas time and you're thinking, oh, I'd love a nice coffee machine to make all those speciality coffees. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. So we will go into a bit more detail about that because it's back in stock, and you know what happens? It sells out time and time again. And talking about selling out, we've got the charcoal back in stock. This has been an absolute favourite. These are the most amazing blankets. They're not just regular blankets, so they feel super soft, and they've got a lovely sort of sheepskin pretend.
It's that Sherpa finish on the reverse of the blanket.
It feels amazing.
But these aren't just a normal blanket.
No.
These are a heated blanket. A blanket that will keep you toasty warm on those cold nights that are coming. Oh, my word. Minus temperatures. We've heard there's going to be snow as well in Scotland.
My mum's like the weather lady, and she says that they're saying there's snow coming, mainly in Scotland, but we could have some showers everywhere. But minus temperatures at the weekend. And if you perhaps visited some relatives over Christmas and they were sitting cold and they were chilly and they didn't want to put the heating on, this is brilliant. I bought one of these for Mum for Christmas because I think we're all worried about the costs of having the electric on and using heating the whole of the house when you're only going to sit in the living room or in the dining room. This allows you to heat you wherever you are, reading a book, watching the TV, watching the newspaper, and it's such easy control.
Yeah, you've got the power button in the middle, your temperature at the base and your timer at the top. It moves up in 20-minute increments. You set it to whatever you want, up to 3 hours, and it automatically switches off. But the warmth you get, if you think about the comforting warmth of a hot water bottle, or if you ever had a heated car seat, it's that kind of lovely, cuddly warmth, but it's in the most gorgeous soft blanket. But don't be afraid of cleaning with this because they go in the washing machine.
Because you will live under this. One of our directors, he virtually lives under his heated blanket. Absolutely loves it. So he has his lunch on it, he has his dinner on it.
Not literally on it.
TV, no, not directly on it. So if you do get any marks on it, it's not the end of the world. Throw it in the washing machine. Just like Sean's disconnected the electric cable, it's as easy as that.
Yeah, that comes away from the blanket. This section stays on the blanket. That's a sealed unit. So it all then goes in the washing machine. And make sure you dry it properly, obviously. But then when you're ready to go again, you just pop that back in.
It's a great gift idea if you've got birthdays coming up, or if you did visit, perhaps you visited your grandparents and you are worried that they are, sitting cold. This is something they know they can use at home really easily, but it doesn't use loads and loads of energy, which is fantastic. You can wrap it round. It's super nice and warm, and you have got, of course, your different levels of temperature. So your dad, he loved his, and he would use it even in the summer on the chilly nights, just
took
on a
the
low
edge off,
temperature.
On a low setting. You've got 9 settings when it comes to the heat. You've got up to 3 hours on the timer. 247415. You go for the charcoal or the chocolate option. You can see that explains how the remote controls work. Maybe it's his and hers, his and his, hers and hers. You want to go for a couple of them. They all come under the same item number 247415. And don't be afraid, think, oh, I bet you feel the elements running through the blanket.
It just feels like a really nice soft blanket, but then you've got this amazing warmth. We said about washing it, about 40 degrees, which is fantastic. And honestly, even if you lay it over the bed before you get into the bed, it's like warm the whole of the bed. But for me, this is for you wherever you're sat watching the telly, sat reading a newspaper, sat doing a crossword. If you know you sit cold, your fingers go white, honestly, this is the way to make a difference. But to make it so affordably as well, the cost there, it works out around about 7
pence per hour. Obviously, again, depending on your provider. That just gives you an idea of the size of the blanket as well over a double bed. It's 160 centimetres by 120 centimetres. If there's two of you and you want to snuggle under it on the sofa, it's going to be big enough.
And there's your wattage there, 160 watts. What is 160 watts? Our kettle's
1,800 watts.
My hairdryer's over 2,000, I think.
Yeah,
so
it is,
honestly, you have got something that's so affordable to run, but allowing you to stay warm every single day of the year, if you like, because on those chilly summer nights, you're definitely not going to put the heating on, but you know you can have that bit of warmth with those 9 different settings.
It's a gorgeous finish on this blanket as well. So I've got the charcoal, which is a lovely neutral
Which is the most
grey.
popular, is always the first to sell out and is back in stock. It's stunning now.
And that Sherpa finish, that faux sheepskin, like you were saying, Hayley, is on the reverse of the blanket. So you'll cuddle down underneath your blanket. You'll absolutely love it.
There's something comforting, isn't there? You know when they take animals into hospitals, dogs.
Like therapy dogs, yeah.
When it's something so soft and nice, it's something quite comforting when you've got that sort of feel. And that warmth on mine is just coming through.
And like you were saying, if you're working from home, you have it over your lap while you're on your work meetings, no one's going to know. You're not heating up the whole house, you're just heating up the room that you're in with your blanket wrapped around you.
Such a waste, isn't it?
Great when you're watching telly, when you're reading newspapers. Maybe you're someone who crafts a lot and you want to keep nice and toasty warm. Have this over your lap, keeping you nice and warm.
I think lots of us are only in one room of the house, aren't we, most of the time? So you don't want to put all the central heating on. But if you don't sit, if you sit cold, you get cold to the bone. You never seem to get warm. And if you've got anybody that you love, perhaps a relative, perhaps you went to see grandparents, perhaps your mum and dad, and you were like, oh, they were cold, the house was cold. If you get them something like this, it's so easy to control. I just think it really will allow them to stay warm, whatever they're doing. And like you say, if you're working from home, I mean, this is completely ageless. Rather than sitting cold in a cold house, nobody can see. They only see this bit of you, don't they, when you're at work, if you have to do any of those video calls.
That's it. It's fine.
You can have your
Toasty
pyjama
warm.
bottoms on and then just this, or just don't put the video on at all.
We don't.
And then keep your pyjama top on as well.
And you're still lovely and warm. At $34.99, you don't even have to pay that. At $13.31 if you use PayPal Pay in 3 online.
Remember, the charcoal is back in stock. It is the busiest.
This is the most you've touched me in weeks.
Lots of people are multi-ordering.
Oh, it's nice.
It's because they gave you the charcoal.
It's because it's warm, isn't it?
I like the charcoal.
That is my knee.
Oh, funny.
I'm overheating now.
I'm not. Turn yourself down. And that's the nice thing. You've got 9 settings. So if you do overheat, you can turn yourself down. And honestly, we bought one of these for Sean's dad a few years ago. And sadly, we'd been selling it on air, went to buy them, they'd sold out. We ended up having to buy one from abroad. It didn't come till after Christmas, so it was late. But he absolutely loved it. And it was the most used gift we've ever bought him. And there wasn't a day we visited and it wasn't on his lap.
It was always on the sofa, wasn't it? Whenever we went into the front room, and like we were saying, his front room, even in the summer, it was a little bit chilly because it never got the sunshine on it. So he'd always have it on either on a low setting, and then when it was really cold in the winter, he'd always be wrapped up.
Absolutely.
And it's not just for your lap. You can have it wrapped around you if you want. You can lay it over the bed to warm the bed if you want at night. 160 watts. Works out at 7 pence an hour, depending on your provider and your supplier and
so
your tariff.
affordable. So you're not having to worry about heating the whole of the house, but making sure that you're warm wherever you are. So please do, whether it's a gift or whether it's for yourself, order at this price, $34.99. The great thing is you have got PayPal Pay in 3 as well, so you can use that on our website. $13.33 is the first of those 3 payments. And the other thing I love, and another reason I was very happy to buy this for Mum, because my mum will sit cold and her hands will go white because she's freezing. The controls are really easy. My mum's not great with remote controls, doesn't really like technology, but they are so simple to use.
And we've got to remind you that remote control does come away from the blanket. So when you want to clean the blanket, you just take that away. That's a sealed unit on the actual blanket itself, so you don't have to worry about any water getting into there. Wash that in the washing machine on a 40-degree wash. Make sure you dry it properly, and then just pop your remote control back in.
And they do wash really nicely as well. And the feel to the blanket is absolutely fabulous. I think we all, by the sound in the gallery, we all own one of these heated blankets. and honestly, the charcoal always the favourite, and already really, really busy. So 247415 is your item number. Sadly, we've got, though we managed to get stock of the charcoal, we've got less stock of the charcoal, so do order that while the stock is there. So remember, you've got 9 options of temperature, you've got a 3-hour timer, and it goes up in 20 minutes. I'd just put it on for 3 hours.
It'll automatically switch off wherever you leave it, and then if you want to pop it back on for longer than that, you can. So 247415 is the item number. It's £13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free PayPal Pay in 3 payments. Just choose which colour you want to go for, whether it's the charcoal or the chocolate. It's that simple. It's that straightforward. 247415. Best way to shop for everything on the show is on the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk. If you want to send us a message, we'd love to hear you.
Yes.
Let us know what you've been up to over the Christmas
Or
period.
what you're doing for New Year.
We were at pantomime last night.
We went to an amazing pantomime last night, didn't we, at High Wycombe?
We did, with Lavoie and...
I used to call it High Wycombe, but it's High Wycombe. High Wycombe. And it was Lavoie, absolutely
Vernon Kay,
fantastic. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
We've got to get back to that air fryer. Are you all right?
Yeah, I was just going to say we really liked the baddie.
The baddie was good, yeah.
They were all really good.
What? Did you hear that?
Oh.
We haven't even shown you it in the kitchen yet.
Should we not come back to this just yet?
Well, I think we should, because 75% of the stock has already gone. Remember, this is a Black & Decker air fryer with 2 baskets. So you can cook them separately, you can cook them together.
I love that. So whether you are doing something like a nice bit of meat, it could be a whole chicken and roast potatoes.
You can do the whole roast dinner
It
in there.
seals the meat on the outside. It's so succulent and juicy on the inside. You can't spoil meat, I don't think, in an air fryer. Whereas in a big oven, you seem to dry it out, don't you?
And you don't have to work with it. You just set it and forget it. You walk away. If you want to go for this machine, it's a massive reduction. £170 saving on the usual price. $89.99. $31.98 on your first of 3 interest-free PayPal payments. And if you didn't have enough space at Christmas for cooking, this is going to change the way you cook.
And I love the fact you've got a dual air fryer. You've got 2 baskets. You can use one basket on its own if it's just you cooking for yourself. You can cook for the whole family. You can do a whole dinner. You can do real quick, easy snacks, whether that's fish finger sandwiches, whether that's cheese on toast. My mum swears by her air fryer. And again, this is a bit of my mum's show, actually. She's got the heated blanket. She's got the air fryer, because she really doesn't want to put the big oven on just for a jacket potato for her. But we'll do a jacket potato and a dinner in here, and she uses her air fryer every single day of the week, even for the ready meals and things like that as well. Oh, it's good, really good as well, like at Christmas for the picky foods. If you want
your snack food, your party food.
If you want, things without soggy bottoms. So if you want like the sausage rolls and things like that, and the Chinese starters, when you put them in the oven, they always have soggy bottoms.
So like your pakoras, your samosas, your onion barges, absolutely brilliant. So 167493. So many of you have got these in baskets already.
Now I
You've
think
got to confirm your order.
I think we're going to sell out of this tonight. And I think we're very quickly going to be in a situation where more people are ordering than stock is available. Remember, not yours until you just check your basket out. We could have 10 left, but 110 people could be, or 310 people could be ordering, and it'll only be the first 10 people to check out. You do need to check your baskets out already, because it's flying.
We do need to do exactly that. We want to show you it in the kitchen. We want to get cooking. So whilst you watch this little clip of film of Rob and Jack, make sure you check out your baskets on the air fryer.
This is the only time I've ever had to look up on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jack Williams.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, Jack, how are you, man?
I'm very well.
Oh, it's been so long. How are you?
I'm good. We were just talking off air, weren't we? I'm hangry.
I'm hangry too.
Hangry. The first question I get is, what can you cook in an air fryer?
What can you cook in an air fryer?
Anything and everything. So anything you cook in your conventional oven at home, you can cook in an air fryer. But trust me,
Yes.
the flavours are incredible. And by the way, to have two baskets means you can simultaneously cook at the same time, hold your food, or if you've got allergies and dietary requirements, it is brilliant for that. So you can totally
Separate, yes.
So if one's a vegan or a vegetarian or a meat eater,
Or you can even do
that.
a whole meal. You can have one basket cook one thing and another basket cook something else, but synchronised to the point where they're ready at the same time.
Yeah, this is the closest thing to almost having me in your kitchen. It's like having your own personal chef.
I believe it. You want to have Jack in your kitchen. Yeah.
Hot air frying. I mean, it's all the craze at the moment.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best way to describe hot air frying, what it essentially does, it mimics deep fat frying, but without any of the oil. So it's really, really healthy.
Circulating superheated dry air.
Yeah, what we call it is almost cyclonic hot air.
Yeah.
So that's cyclonic hot air circulates.
What comes out my mouth, by the way?
4.5. Exactly right. I'll humour your jokes during the hour. Look, potatoes, one of my absolute favourites. This is a game changer if you just want to do roast potatoes, chips, really guilt-free chips,
Yeah.
or like I'm doing is just sliced potatoes with a bit of rosemary and bacon, just delicious.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about how you cook these on the automatic programmes. And don't forget, roasting joints, what we're famous for in the UK. It's a roasted on a
roast.
Sunday.
And I'm terrible
Trust
doing
me,
a roast.
to get the best crackling in the world, this is how you do it using your hot air fryer. So we're gonna serve that up in a second. I'm just going to show you what else is coming up in the show.
Yes.
Because it's all about inspiration for you at home.
Yes.
Let's have a look.
Sure.
So we talk about inspiration quite a lot.
Yes.
One of the best things to cook in your air fryer is this chicken. And we're talking about
yeah,
dirty,
chicken
gnarly
wings.
chicken wings. It's finger licking. And by the way, it's
Finger licking chicken.
yeah, finger licking chicken. There's
Do you know what? That looks clucking good.
It's going to be one of those shows. It's
gonna be one of those
It's going to
shows,
be
yeah.
one of those shows.
Oh.
Can you also see as well, it's got a basket in the very base.
Yes.
So that prevents your food from soaking and sitting in its fat. So all those fats drain down. But furthermore, what I love about this, and this is why you guys tune into the shows because you want inspiration. If I was to take out that lower basket,
Yeah.
okay, now what we can do, we can turn this into your almost like slow cooker one pot wonder. So I've taken that out and I've done a panettone bread and butter pudding. I can take that out and then you can literally dive in there. That's panettone, that's a chocolate panettone. That's 6 eggs, 500 ml of milk or cream, and then literally we've baked it. Now what we've done, we've actually cooked these again simultaneously at the same time, and this is not going to taste the chicken, and this isn't going to taste the bread and butter pudding. The cooking,
No crossover of flavour.
which is amazing. Right.
Oh, get in my belly.
I know.
I even have a plate and a fork standing by. By the way, this is not overly hot to the touch, but could also be a lovely plate warmer. There's your 11th function. We're talking
Right.
about the invisible, unknown.
What am I going to do with this?
I don't know. Play ball?
Do you know what it is actually, first of all?
Is it an orange?
No, it does look like an orange.
Papaya? No.
No, it's a grapefruit.
That's a great. Is it really?
Grapefruit.
It's a very wee one.
What would you do with a grapefruit in an air fryer?
I've not a clue.
Not a clue. Again, this is why you tune into the shows for the inspiration. Now,
Can I
this
put it down
machine, yes, you can.
Right.
This machine, guys, I'm going to show you. It actually has a defrost functionality.
Right.
So if I was to go into defrost, what's interesting about this, it's actually only going up to a maximum of 70 degrees because we're not.
Yes, yes.
We're not cooking our food. We're defrosting our food.
Right. So it's a slow.
So it's
low,
a slow
heat.
defrost.
Yeah.
But what you can use this for is dehydrating your food.
So there's the 10th function.
Here we
Oh,
go.
what?
Okay, and you'll see it on the overhead camera here. So what we've got, and I'm just thinking, coming into Christmas, this is where it's brilliant. You can now do all your candied fruits. So whether you want to do orange,
Yes.
lemons, I'm just
Pineapple's
thinking
my favourite.
Pineapple is delicious
Yeah,
in
passion
here as
fruit
well.
is- oh.
Passion fruit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can't do. But potpourri is my producer saying right now, and cinnamon. But I'm thinking gin and tonics.
I'm thinking gin and
Personally.
tonics as well, yeah. And during the summer, you can have your pims and lemonade with some love. Drink responsibly, please. Obviously.
Yes, of course.
yeah.
Or the other side, have you ever had candied bacon jerky?
I have actually, because I lived in, I don't know if I mentioned, I lived in America for 15 years. And yeah, candied candied meats is quite a thing over there.
It really is. And actually, I just think candied beef jerky as a whole is actually quite expensive.
It is.
So to be able to do it in here for literally pennies, and that is literally just streaky bacon brushed with a bit of maple syrup, a little bit of brown sugar over the top, about 6 to 8 hours on that 70 degrees, and you can see the glisten. If you put this in an airtight container, it's delicious. In fact, do you want to have a chow down on it?
Yeah, please. Do you know, I don't know if you remember, I lost 8-9 stone in weight when I was working for a channel we were at before.
Yeah.
And I did it through the ketogenic diet, and one of my biggest snacks, and to stave away the hunger, was jerky, but it is very expensive.
It is.
And most jerkies come with added sugar or preservatives, and then it defeats the object.
Yeah.
Thank you. Excuse me.
Yeah, have a try of that. Delicious. That's your...
Oh, God, that's so good.
Yeah, I know.
I want to cry.
And can I just say as well, when you cook it fresh, it's always best, isn't it? You know, fresh is always best.
And you know what you put in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're putting in it. I want to just turn our attention to this. This is the hero, because I think generally, if you're cooking pork belly, you want it with that sound.
Yeah.
Okay. But when you're cooking it in the oven traditionally, you're not aerating that that meat.
Yeah.
Because you've got that basket which sits in the very base, it's not swimming around in fat.
No.
Okay, which is great because
also it's
obviously pork
cooking
belly
from underneath.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're talking about cooking from underneath. Look how beautiful.
Oh my God.
Underneath there as well.
Do you know what, Jack? I poo-pooed air fryers for a while. I eventually succumbed and got one.
Yeah.
You can't mess up the food in it. They are transformative. There's a reason everyone's raving about air frying. If you haven't got an air fryer, you just got to get one. You don't have to wait for hours for your oven to preheat. It cooks just like a conventional oven. You can set it, if you know your oven, you use the same settings with the way you cook in your main oven, in your air fryer, or there are those presets to help you. And it's just, the meat comes out, like a steak. I'll do a steak. In 14 minutes, it comes out dripping with juice, perfect bark each side.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, chef. Yeah. So, would you like some? Are you a saucy man?
I'm a saucy man.
Right. Okay. 1 second.
I'd
Now,
like
here's
that little bit
somewhere.
there as well, looks
Oh, you
good,
want
yeah.
that little bit of there as well?
Oh, just that bit of a
you want that bit there?
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll take all of it. Fine, thanks.
Now, would you like? I've got some beautiful applesauce here.
Just let it on the side, if you wouldn't mind, please, sir.
Let me just put that there. Okay.
How long did that take to cook?
Do you know, I'm so glad you asked me that question, because this is about, I would say, is about 40 to 50% faster than cooking the traditional way in an oven.
Yeah.
One thing I would just say about hot air frying is that...
Oh, God, that's good.
It's hot. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Sorry. I need a knife, really.
How delicious. Knife?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Good.
Because I tried a roast in the oven, in the main oven, and I ruined it completely.
That's the
You
sound.
can't get it wrong in an air fryer. I mean, you can overcook, you can burn things, but you just...
That. Oh, it's the best crackling, isn't it?
What I love, because there's no preheat, if you don't quite get something brown enough or done enough, you just put it back in for a few more minutes.
Yeah. Well, the preheat with this is really, really simple, and you do get incredible results. Also, because it's using cyclonic hot air, it kind of encapsulates the flavours, so it doesn't dry your food out.
No.
Traditionally, pork is one of those things that can dry out in the oven, in a conventional oven.
Because it sears the outside, but then I mean, everything comes out juicy.
Oh, look.
Sorry. Oh, Mama.
Let me just...
I'm not going to try and eat the crackling because I'll be chewing it for a day. I'll have it afterwards.
Our other chef, Paul Bradell, he loves crackling. I'm going to save some for Paul because he loves this. And it's like a chef's treat, isn't it?
Do you know what? I've got to go back on... I could eat this all day long. It's so tasty. I need to find out what kind of joint this is.
This is just a pork belly.
Just a pork belly. And what was it, 40? How many minutes was it in the oven?
That was about 50 minutes in the oven.
50 minutes?
Yeah.
Did you have to turn it?
I didn't turn it, no. No. I'm going to put a little bit of that over the top. And then we're going to take our potatoes, because, again, this is the full Sunday roast.
Potatoes.
So let's have a look at those. A little bit of salt and pepper on them. And this is my top tip. Season in here. Shake it. And then we're just going to serve those this side.
Wow.
Look at those potatoes. Just
Now look, it's not that you can't do these in your main oven, but actually I don't think you get as good a result. You know, unless you've got a really fancy sort of fan assisted or something. This
so good.
also is using less energy. It's also cooking much faster. I mean, have a look at this, right? So, apart from the fact you've got the dual basket so you can cook for all the family, maybe there are different dietary requirements in your home. You could do veggie in one, you could do Metasaurus in the other. 9 preset functions for perfectly cooked meals at the touch of a button, but actually there's the 10th with the dehydrating, and the 11th if you want to call the top of it a food or a plate warmer. You can cook different foods to finish at the same time with Smart Finish. You can create your favourite meals with just a spoonful of oil or a spray oil. Also very good. That's optional, you don't have to do that, but just for extra browning. And the match cook function basically treats the entire oven at the same temperature and time. So you either do both baskets at the same temperature and time, or you do sync cooking where you've got, let's say, chips in one and meat in the other. The meat takes longer. When the meat has got to the point where the chips need to start cooking, it kicks in the other basket. And all of that finishes at the same time, ready to eat. Energy saving, I mentioned that. They use less energy than conventional ovens. Instead of you're actually using the oven that's built into your cabinet, you could save up to £242 a year on energy based on the consumption down the bottom there. Obviously, tariffs vary, but as a generality, you're going to potentially save money. But also, because you don't have to preheat this, I mean, it preheats in minutes, or not even minutes, seconds.
I think the time you preheated your oven, you could be halfway through cooking your food in here. I mean, if you've got kids, it's a game changer.
That takes electricity.
Absolutely. OK, should we, because this is, for me, it's all about, you know, going on a food journey, inspiring you at home.
Yep.
One of my favourite things is this.
Camembert.
Camembert.
Oh yeah, baby.
Traditionally, would probably cook this in a actually in the actual basket. Maybe we've got something down here. Actually, I'll use this.
Okay.
We'll just swap some things around a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
Because what you want is essentially is that to sit in something.
Yeah.
That's just a bit of maple syrup in the base, but we're going to add honey anyway. So rosemary, and actually as this cooks. Those herbaceous oils from the rosemary, I like the sound of that actually, will kind of release into the camembert as it cooks through. So a little bit of runny honey over the top.
That pork is so good, I've not even craved a potato yet.
Have you not?
No.
Have you tried the potato?
I haven't, no. That wasn't a hint. But I will try a couple. Excuse fingers, they are clean, I promise.
But what you get is that crispy finish, right? Which is so good.
Just amazing.
Okay, right. Good, crispy?
Oh, they're good. Yeah,
Happy?
sorry, I was in my own world for a moment there, yeah.
Okay, a little bit of
Very
runny
good.
honey over the top. I'm going to bake this in our air fryer. And actually, that's another top tip, and the question I get is, can you use external containers?
Can you use external containers?
In your air fryer? Yes.
Excellent, good. So bowls, ramekins.
Yeah, like if you want to do baked beans, if you want to, absolutely.
As long as they're oven-proof.
As long as they're oven-proof, absolutely. So look, that will go in. Now, apart from using those preset programs, which you absolutely can do, and you've got 9 pre-programs here. You've got chips, you've got pork chops, you've got seafood and fish, you've got baking, and baking is just so good in here, by the way.
So you can do cakes as well, and
yeah,
bread.
That's how I did the bread and butter pudding down at the end, actually. And don't forget, if you wanted to as well, you've also got pizza. We're going to do a calzone in a second, which is going to be one of my favourites. Bacon, and you've got, again, your defrosting and your manual time and temperature.
Is it big enough for a whole chicken?
Do you know what? You could probably do a spatchcock chicken in here.
Spatchcock?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So this
If it fits, you can do it. But you want a bit of space free for the air to circulate.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So look, this goes up and down in 5-degree increments. So for the camembert, let's select 180. And let's just take that down to around 10 minutes. And again, we press start and away we go. And over this side, we've got our pigs in blankets.
The food's amazing. It's so easy as well to control, but honestly, it'll be the taste that you go for. But I love the fact that, honestly, once you've used this a couple of times, you'll know exactly what you're doing. But if you want it, we're in a bit of a situation.
Yep, 80% of the stock now in baskets and checking through. So please, if you've got it in a basket, do confirm your order and check out. We weren't even supposed to have this on the show tonight. So the fact we've got an air fryer, a dual air fryer, Black & Decker, for under £90.
And that's why there's only 20% of the stock left. We're going to be in a situation where more people are ordering than stock is available. And you've got the opportunity to split the cost as well. So just £31.98 is the first of those 3 payments with PayPal Pay in 3 on our website. That meat, it seals the meat on the outside. It's so succulent and juicy on the inside. And all the excess fats and oils drain away as well. So it's giving you healthier food. And you don't have to use any oil. So if you're trying to be healthier into the new year.
Going into the new year,
yeah.
definitely. Well, you want to save energy? Well, it's not going to be as expensive as running your main
Well,
oven.
how long does the big oven take to heat up?
Yeah.
20 minutes, 30
Well, do you know what?
minutes?
I think you put it on half the time and then you forget you've put it on.
Well, you wait
it's
for the
even
red
long-
light to go off,
So it's
don't
even
you?
longer
And
than it
still hasn't
needs
gone
to
off.
be,
It still
yeah.
hasn't gone off. Most foods, not everything, but most foods, and look how amazing that fish is. Most foods are cooked in your air fryer in 20 minutes or less. Not everything, obviously, if you're doing a whole chicken, it's that bit longer, but it cooks things so quickly. The whole chicken actually is the first thing you should do because it tastes like a rotisserie chicken. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, dear.
Already, we're at limited stock on this machine. We were hoping it'd last us through the show. That means that the smallest amount of stock is remaining on the show. If you've got it in a basket, you've got to check it out. If you want to add it in, you still can.
This is the situation where more people could be ordering than stock is available because we're down to the last of the stock. It's going to be happening really, really soon. I'll be honest, we've got just a handful before we're in the situation where more people have got this in baskets, because with our system, we might have 10 left, but 310 people could be ordering that 10. And it'll only be the first 10 that check out that get it. So get onto the website, ShopOnTV.co.uk, and check those baskets through. Or jump, of course, onto the phones. As long as you're first, you will get it.
Yeah, 03333 241 241. The team are in the call centre 24/7. But if you want to get that air fryer, you've got to check out. There's only one agent available at the
Wow.
moment, so there'll soon be queues on the phones there. Now, the Polty coffee machine, we were lucky enough to do a show with this, weren't we? One of the first shows. And to see a machine like this, of this size, you think, well, it's going to be an espresso maker.
It's so beautifully made, yeah. It's compact, so it's going to fit into your kitchen. But like Sean's saying, you do think it's just going to make an espresso, a black coffee, and that's it.
But no, because this has a milk frother, a milk wand that will make all those coffees for you, whether it's a flat white, a latte. Now, it comes with coffee pods included, but this is where it all begins, with that perfect espresso, with that gorgeous crema on top.
And coffee machines can be hundreds, thousands of pounds, and you want a coffee machine that makes all those lovely cappuccinos and the coffees you like, the lattes. This will do all of those from the basic, which is your espresso, and this is incredible coffee as well, which we'll tell you about. But then you can make all those drinks that are so expensive.
Yeah,
in
the
the coffee
cortados,
shops.
the flat whites, the cappuccinos, the lattes, the macchiatos. You can even do iced coffee with this
hot
machine.
chocolate.
Hot chocolate's tea.
Yeah,
You can do
there's
tea.
2 milk settings, so you can do a really frothy sort of drink for a cappuccino. You can do a more textured sort of milk for a latte or a flat white, but then you can do a tea as well. But honestly, the coffee that comes alongside it, you've got 54 pods, and the great thing is it's not just for pods, but these pods are delicious. You've got to, they come alongside it. Try them, because if you love your coffee, you are going to love this coffee.
So you'll get a selection of solo origin coffee pods included with the machine. However, with this machine, you can also use your favourite ground coffee. So you're not
versatile.
tied to just using the coffee
But
pods.
definitely try these. There's a real passion with Polty, the son of Polty. He's loved coffee working with coffee for like 25 years. So it's a real passion for him to work alongside his dad and his sister to bring out an amazing coffee machine, but also to bring this very beautiful solo origin coffee.
Yeah, they wanted to bring the perfect coffee alongside the machine. So the solo origin, well, you get a Ugandan coffee, which is beautifully smooth. You get a Tanzanian coffee, which is well balanced, and a Vietnamese coffee, which is that morning kick that you want. Solo origin means there's no blending here, so it's always exactly the same. So you know exactly what kind of coffee you're getting.
And it's nice because you've got 3 coffees, one that's really good in the morning to get you sort of kick-started for the day, one that's more well balanced, so perhaps later on, and then a really smooth sort of afternoon, evening coffee as well. And the lovely thing is those coffees will make any single coffee that you'd buy in that coffee shop. And if you think about the money that you spend in your coffee shop, and you could be making those coffees at home, rather than go around the coffee shop, have friends around to your house, you could be making coffees in your coffee machine, you could be doing your pastries in your air fryer.
Excellent,
And
yeah.
honestly, you'll feel like you're in a really expensive cafe abroad.
You will, you certainly will. You're getting 54 of the pods included, so you get the chance to taste all those solo origin coffees that you're seeing there. The Tanzanian, the Ugandan and the Vietnamese coffees all included in your bundle, 54 pods in total, and there are extra pods available that you'll find on the website.
But don't forget, you can use as well your favourite ground coffee. You can do a double coffee at the same time as well. It's really simple. It's very much simple controls. Very much, there's 4 controls. One's on and off, one's for the steam, one's to actually do your cup of coffee. It's so easy to use, but it will be the taste that really blows you away. And when you try the solar coffees, but of course you can use whatever coffee you want to, any of your ground coffees that you absolutely love.
But it doesn't take up a huge footprint either, does
No,
it?
it's like the size really of a toaster.
Yeah.
And you'd
Footprint-wise
think
it is,
if you,
yeah.
perhaps you've got a kitchen, you've always wanted a coffee machine, but they're so big. To get a coffee machine that does everything, they are big machines, and they get in the way. Whereas this is so compact, but it will still allow you, because it has got the steam. I've never seen a machine like this that's got the milk frother.
No.
So you can actually
Not that
make
kind
all
of
of
size.
your coffees.
Yeah, and the fact you've got the versatility of the pods or the ground coffee. 849501 is the item number here. £149 is the reduced price. Should be almost £220. And if you think about what you spend when you go into the coffee shop.
Oh gosh, I think this could pay for itself so quickly if you buy coffee. I can't believe how much coffee is.
Well, we worked it out here on some very rough, very generous costs. We were talking about 50p a cup with your machine. If you went to the cafe on the high street, if you could get your favourite coffee for £3 a cup, you're doing very well. There you'd be saving £2.50 a day, or £10 for every 4 coffees. And then it explains that the offer at £149, which includes 54 of those solo pods, the savings are brilliant. It'd be like you'd got the cost of the machine in 15 weeks.
Yeah, honestly, I really do think if you like your coffee, it'll pay for itself so quickly. But you'll love it because it's so quick and easy to use as well. It's super compact to go into any kitchen. And I think if you have got a little bit of Christmas money, and perhaps you've got a wedding coming up, you could all put together, be a beautiful wedding gift. Because often for weddings, people have got most things, but I don't think everybody's got a really nice coffee maker.
And we're really busy on this. It is that perfect pour every time.
And it's back in stock.
It certainly is.
The problem is it sells out time and time again. But press of a button, here's your espresso. So if you like an espresso, which we do, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, that's the core of everything, remember. Whether it's espresso, where it all starts, or whether you want those milky coffees. Here it shows you just a selection of the coffees you can make, from the espresso to the cortados, to your cafe lattes, to your cappuccinos, macchiatos maybe you like. Even if you like an iced coffee, or you want to make tea with this machine.
Hot chocolate in here is amazing. You've actually got 2 different settings for your milk frother. There's one that makes more frothy milk, so that's great for a cappuccino, but there's one that makes more textured milk that's great for a latte, a flat white, or the best hot chocolates. For your grandkids, you could be honestly the best grandparents with the hot chocolates you can make with this. But then, like Sean says, do a hot, a tea. It's absolutely so. In my mind, I'd love to have a really posh bedroom, and this would be in the bedroom. Like the old tea's made, and you wake up in the morning,
Bang up to date.
smell a coffee.
Make
Absolutely
those gorgeous
fabulous.
coffees. A brilliant deal. Remember, it comes with 54 pods included. However, if you do want additional pods, if you've already brought the machine, or you want to add some more pods on, here are your options. These are great bumper buys.
And these are back in stock as well, because I think what we've found is you have fallen in love with the coffee as well as the coffee machine. So we sell out of these continually.
So 150 pods in each box. They vary in price depending on which country you're going for. They all come under the same item number 348502. Vietnamese, Tanzanian or Ugandan.
Remember, the Ugandan is like a smoother afternoon. The Tanzania is a well-balanced sort of coffee. And the Vietnam is that morning kick, that stronger coffee. But if you do want to mix, you can go for a mix as well.
Yeah, and we've got additional mixed boxes available on the show as well. The 54 coffees that you get with the machine, if you want to add in an additional 54 pods, you can do. That's less than £20.
Oh, it's well worth doing that.
Definitely.
And they're so easy, the pods, aren't they?
Yes.
Honestly,
Yep.
but they're just packed right, so the coffee just tastes perfect every single time. But remember, you can use your own favourite ground coffee in here, but it's really simple to use those pods, and the coffee is stunning.
And they're all completely compostable. So you just rip the top off. That's your coffee pod that you see there. It will go in the compost for you, so you don't have to worry about recycling as well, which is brilliant. 054752 for the additional selection of 54 pods, less than £20. You're loving the machine. We need to show you some demonstrations of how easy
you
it is
must
to
see how
use.
it works. And you have, of course, got the various different attachments that allow you to use your own ground coffee, to do a double coffee, to do a single coffee, or to actually put your actual pod in the machine itself. Fantastic.
Now,
oh, we're busy.
before we show you the coffee machine in action, we've just got to remind you of the Black & Decker air fryer that we brought you at the top of the show. We started at the top. We thought it'd last us for the show. We're already what we call over allocating. There's 20 more people trying to buy it than we have stock remaining. So if you've got it in a basket and you definitely want it, you've got to confirm your order and check out on that Black & Decker.
And if you want it, you can push in front of everybody, get onto the internet or get onto the phones, order it right now. It's the first people to check out
yep.
that will actually get it now. Our system, it's hours until you check your basket through. So if we had 5 left, 500 people could be ordering those 5. It will be the first 5 people to order that get it, so check your baskets through. But we need to see this in more detail.
We do. It's all about the ease of use when it comes to the Pulte coffee maker.
We have got the most amazing product for you, the easiest way to make your own coffees at home.
Having coffee like you buy in those coffee shops that are so expensive, but being able to make a range of coffee with this, the Core Espresso from your machine at home that is so compact and from a fabulous brand, the brand of Pulte. Making the coffee for us today is Alan, bringing us a great machine and a great array of coffee, Alan.
Yes, superb. But here's the thing, what a lot of people don't understand, well, I'm sure lots do, but people don't remember, is that the basis to every single good coffee, great coffee, is this. It's that shot of espresso. Now, we'll talk about the solo pods in a little while and how amazing they are and the type of coffee that's in it, but this is the basis for everything. So let me show you right over the front. We have an espresso just here. That's what I've just poured. But then from that espresso, we can make ourselves a cortado. Then we can move up to our flat white, and these are the ones you see in the coffee shops that cost £3, £4, £5. Then you can move to your latte, and to one of the most popular ones, your cappuccino. All of those start from this one espresso
And I
shot.
can't believe you can make all those coffees from that compact machine. I've got to say, it must be the most compact coffee maker I've seen, but you'd think it would only make espressos. I can't believe you can do everything else.
The thing about it is, and where coffee shops excel in things, is being able to froth that milk. So we can froth our own milk here with the steam wand. Okay, what coffee would you like? I'm going to prove to you by turning this coffee here into something for you. What would you like?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Okay,
No,
right.
please.
So here's what we need to do first of all. Okay, so we will now get our milk into our jug. Now you can see here on our steam wand, and always move this with this little little handle here, because this stays cool all the time. So you have 2 settings. You have the frothy one just here, or if I twist this around here, it's to give us the hot milk, or to give us the froth. So you decide which one you want. If you don't want the froth, then that you can stay away from that if you want.
Okay.
But in this instance, we want froth. So I'm going to pop in the frother, and here on the side, I'm going to press first of all the steam button on the front. And now, when that stops the flash, I'm going to roll this forward. And again, I'm in control of this as to how much steam.
Oh, wow.
I love that
Looks
noise.
like the ones in the coffee shop, yeah.
How familiar is that sound?
Absolutely.
And this is what makes the difference. Now, remember cappuccino, we're wanting a little bit more froth. So we will adjust that wand up and down to give us lots of froth. If we're getting too much, you can drop it down a little and it will stop giving you froth. And you will start getting used to exactly what you're wanting. And now we have beautiful frothy milk. Check that out. Now, here's a top tip. The minute you do that, always have a damp cloth and give your steam wand a little bit of a wipe and give it a little bit of a steam through. That's what you must do for cleaning.
Okay, fab.
Now, here's our cappuccino cup just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the espresso that we made a little bit earlier on. And now, all we need to do is to get that warmed milk, or that hot milk.
Look at the
Oh, wow.
Pour it in, and then finish it off with that froth
That's
on
incredible.
the top. Now I filled that up loads and loads and loads because I want you to be able to see that froth on that. And now we will simply sprinkle it with some of the chocolate dust, lots of it, and as requested,
Oh my goodness.
here you go. There's
And
cappuccino.
that is going to be so expensive in a shop.
What you're going to pay £3.45, £3.50, £3.80 some places,
Yeah.
and in fact
And
some
the
of the higher end coffee shops will charge you £4.80 for that.
I'm going to have to go straight in.
Go in for it.
Careful,
Go in
don't
for
get it
it.
down your
Spill
front.
any.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is good.
Made
That
from the comfort of your own.
Sharing is caring.
Let's have some.
Good. It's still really full. But that's the consistency there, Al.
Yeah. So
Perfect coffee shop consistency.
absolutely. Now, here's the thing, okay? A lot of people at home will say to themselves that they want to grind their own coffee beans and do that. That is froth with danger, okay? Because you have to get if you are grinding yourself, the right grind. If it's too fine, too coarse, you don't get the right coffee. But what Pulte have done here, remember what we have Pulte with 25 years experience, one of the brothers in the coffee industry. He has put all of the best coffee and his basic knowledge of 25 years into these solo pods.
Clever.
Now this one is a Vietnamese, okay? Now the reason it's solo is that all of the coffee comes from Vietnam that goes in here, and all of it comes from a single source, okay? It's from the same region. And he has made this and ground it to perfection, so it takes the guesswork out for you.
And the great thing is, in the bundle, you have got 54 of those pods to get you started.
3 different varieties, yeah.
18 of each. So this bundle is incredible. I think it's going to pay for itself before you know it, because of what you spend on coffee every day of the week.
Well, coffee's become so expensive, hasn't it? The fact you've got 3 different types of coffee included with your bundle, the usual price would be almost £219 for the combined bundle that we've got for you. You're getting your machine, you're getting all your accessories, and you're getting 3 types of coffee for less than £150. It's $51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3 and you pay online. Easiest way to shop, ShopOnTV.co.uk. You're getting coffee from Vietnam. We just saw the Vietnam. That's that morning kick, if you like.
And that's the nice thing. You've got a coffee for every time of the day. You've got that coffee to give you a kickstart in the morning. You've got that smoother coffee for a little bit later on in the afternoon. That's the Uganda. And then you've got a little bit later on, perhaps you need a little bit of a oomph. And it's still a smooth coffee, but it's got that little bit more. So really giving you that excitement for the day, refreshing you, I think, the Tanzania.
Now, you're seeing right here that you can also use ground coffee.
That's
in this
great. So you
machine.
don't have to always use the
No,
pods.
so you're not tied to the pods when
Brilliant.
you don't want to use them. You can use any type of ground coffee to make those espresso shots that are the core of every coffee that you
Didn't
see.
realise that, did you? Probably that it is that espresso that starts all of those fabulous coffees. We'll even be showing you an iced coffee and how you can do hot chocolate and tea in here as well.
Hot chocolate and tea as well.
Honestly, this is, I think, a necessity for any kitchen, and the great thing is the size of it will fit into any kitchen. Perhaps you've dreamt of a coffee maker, but you know your kitchen just hasn't got the space. You have got the space for this.
Tiny footprint, and the fact that it can do everything that those big, huge machines in the
it's
coffee
so
shops can do.
versatile.
And once you get that smell, you can smell that aroma of that beautiful
straight away.
coffee. It really brings that wonderful experience home. And instead of going out and going to your your local coffee shop in the morning and don't not go to them still. You know, you're going to do it now and again. make it yourself and use it. And you know the thing is, if you average these to 30 to 50, how many pods do we get? We're getting 80, there's 54. 50. That's what I was trying to say. So you've averaged at £3 a cup that you would spend out. That's over £150, and you're getting that many pods with this machine. So if you can kind of work that.
That's it. It's going to pay for itself, isn't it? Really quite
now,
quickly,
Alan's
which is
just
great.
showing us how straightforward and simple this is. Whether you're using ground coffee or you're using the pods, we'll show you ground coffee.
And you get 3 different filters, and it's really easy to know which one to use.
Yeah, well, let me show you that. So this is the portafilter number 1. Okay, here you can see here that I put it into the group handle, and this one with the little star function inside is the one for the coffee pod that you get with this. If you want to use ground coffee, well, we give you this one here and this one. Single shot, double shot here, okay? So you get all of those with it. Brilliant. So let me show you how easy it is to make a coffee. Pop your pod in, and simply, I'm back to front here, we simply get the group handle and we turn that in like that, make sure it's locked into place. And then up here on the front, what we can see is we have our power button on. We're on steam at the moment. Press any button to bring it back here so these lights are all on. Right. In this instance, we want a single cup, so we simply press and we will see that that will start to pour. Now remember, the perfect beans have been ground to the perfect grind, the perfect fineness, to give us the perfect shot of espresso. And remember, the Italians are behind this, Polti Italian family, and it comes up when you see that here, how amazing this looks.
Stefano, the brother, I mean, he's been into coffee, I think, for years and
25 years.
But obviously worked with Polti for many years as well, but wanted to bring his coffee passion and his knowledge that he's learned over the last 25 years into the business, and that's exactly what he's done, and he's done it with such an amazing machine, which is fabulous.
Yeah, that was Stefano and Francesca Polti that you saw just there. So we've got our espresso shot. Yeah. It's time to order up another coffee.
Okay, so let's do a flavoured latte, shall we? That's really a big popular one as well. So we'll get our little latte glass just there. We've already got our espresso here with a beautiful crema on top. So what we're going to use is we're going to do a caramel latte. How does that sound? So what I like to do is, rather than just pouring this straight in, what I like to do is I like to coat the glass with the, actually this is starting to run out, so I'm going to pour it from the bottle because we've been using it this afternoon making wonderful coffees. So we just pour that in around the lip like that. So when the coffee pours and the milk goes in, it's going to take the flavour all the way down the side. So we've done what I consider to be the hard work, which is not hard work in any way, shape or form. And I'm now going to pop over here, and I'm going to now use, again, our wand, pop this into the milk. Remember, on the front, we press the button here for steam, just up here where my finger is pointing, and you'll see that flash for a moment. While it builds up that steam, it's ready now. It takes seconds, it really does. In goes that milk, and again, or that wand into the milk, and here we go. Bringing that down, listening for that sound, and you will get used to this and what it will do and the effect that it will give you on the amount of foam that you have, whether you want it to be really foamy or not so foamy. Latte will have a little bit of foam. And now we're just getting that heated up. Keep an eye on the temperature on the side.
It's also
just like that.
The texture to the milk, isn't it? It changes it completely.
It really does. Turn that off when you have the milk to the temperature you want. Now remember, you must always use a damp cloth and just clean off that just
That's
there.
a great top tip. That's going to keep it clean.
Keep that
all
clean.
The time.
If you leave that to dry the milk on, it's really hard to get out.
And how quick and easy is that if you get into the habit of doing that every single time?
Really
Making coffee is going to be so simple with this.
Now we've got our syrup in here. We're now going to pour in our shot of espresso just there, and again, let me just tidy up as I go along, because a clean barista is always the better barista.
We'll come back if you're clean.
So simple. You don't need skills at all. You just literally need.
And that's the great thing. You're going to think you're a barista, but actually you're not. It's just you at home making fabulous coffee for friends that have come round for a cup of coffee. What do you fancy?
And you've got to remember, this machine will make all those milk favourite coffees, as well as your espresso. Lots of machines.
Colours.
Yeah. That's
Look at those colours.
That's the most exciting bit, isn't it? Watching the milk settle. I mean, that looks amazing.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
Now, some people like to have a latte with quite a bit of foam on it. Some people like a wet latte.
Well, you make it bespoke, don't you?
Make it bespoke. You make it the way you want it to be.
Oh, that's like a dessert.
Oh, you really have got a moustache now.
Have I?
Definitely.
Apologies.
Oh, let me.
Go on, your turn. Oh, that is good. Isn't that? It's
Oh, wow.
It's like a dessert.
Wow.
I don't think I've
isn't
ever
it?
had a caramel latte.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
caramel latte is beautiful.
Let me
You
look
can-
after that
and you
for you.
can
That
get those
is
syrups everywhere.
lovely.
You know, you can get the syrups. You get butterscotch. You can get.
And in the seasons, it's nice to do sort of Christmassy ones and
Christmassy
things like that,
ones.
isn't it? So yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, you can be doing your iced coffees as well. It's so versatile. That is just, that's my favourite.
Made a right
possibly,
mess on
so-
there. Look at
so
what I've
far.
made. Oh, I've made a complete mess.
So remember, it comes with 54 pods, the most incredible coffee, but then you can use your favourite ground coffee as well. But though it's only the size really of a machine that normally would only do espressos, you can do every type of
All
coffee
those
with
speciality coffees that you'd love. The pods are included, like Hayley said. You can use your own ground coffee. The savings brilliant on that bundle. 849501 down to 149.
And it's back in stock for as long as the stock is there. But we've got lots of other goodies as well to show you. And this is fabulous because we're in the kitchen. So what you do need is a really nice set
Yeah, a
that
dinner
matches
service.
for you know, for your, whether it's for the family, whether it's for visitors. It's stunning.
It's a 16-piece set from Barbary and Oak. It's that beautiful Cornish-inspired design that you can see there. You're going to get 4 dinner plates, 4 side plates, 4 of the bowls, and 4 of those lovely stoneware mugs as well. Great saving.
They feel really robust, you know, they really are going to be great because they're dishwasher safe, they're microwave safe. The great thing as well is they're really nice sizes. You've got bowls that are proper bowls, so whether that is for soup or whether that's for cereals, or I'd use them as well as serving dishes.
Nice salad
as
bowls,
well, a nice
yeah.
little salad bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have the salad on the side. You remember, dishwasher safe, which is so important, but they're going to stay looking fantastic. And that 3-year warranty gives you an idea of just how fabulous these are.
Yeah, just got to register for that extension of your 3-year warranty that you can see.
And they're
there.
really nice bold colours as well. It's really going to stand out. And I think it looks lovely when you've got really nice...
Great traditional
plates
colourware, isn't it? But it'd be really nice contemporary set as well. So 16 pieces in total, really chic designer style dinner set that you've got
Contrast
there.
is really lovely, isn't it?
So 16 pieces in total, 4 dinner plates, 4 side plates, your 4 bowls, and then they're proper winter cosy mugs, aren't they?
They are.
Well, it's
Hot
like
chocolate
$2.81 a
cup of tea.
piece.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
Hot chocolate in there, a nice hot drink, a cup
Ooh,
of tea,
yeah.
cup of coffee, watching the TV, reading the newspaper, and they're really, you can feel they're nice and sturdy, durable, they're going to last. They've got a really nice weight to them, which is really nice.
And you can use PayPal Pay in 3, $16.98
yeah,
on
do.
your first of 3 interest-free payments, 981025. Brilliant saving there.
Great gift as well. Perhaps someone's moved into a new home or something, or perhaps someone's getting married, being really nice. But you can never have enough plates and things. Oh, we love these. Oh my word. Starting off with the silicone utensils. Same brand, beautifully boxed.
Great box. So if you're
Fabulously
thinking of
boxed.
gifts, future gifts, they'll be excellent. These are silicone tops, so they'll be great in your non-stick
So, yeah,
cookware. And then
in
you've
all
got the
your cookware.
wooden handle. Again, great finish to these. that
Being
you can
silicone,
see
they're going
there.
to prevent damage. They're strong, they're durable. You've got ashwood handles, which just work really nicely with the silicone. I like silicone because it's right into the edges of the pans and things. So you know, it really does. It allows you to scoop all the sauce out. Things really easy to clean. Just hot soapy water, then let them just drip dry, and really easy to store too because they've got the hanging holes at the bottom.
They're your 5 pieces. So you've got your spaghetti server, your slotted spoon, your solid spoon, your slotted turner or your fish slice, and your flat spatula that you can see there. 651453 is the item number there. Really easy to clean. That silicone finish on the ends and those wooden handles. Really top-end designer finish that you can see there at $29.99. They'll be perfect for all your cookware because they're silicone on the end. So great on your non-stick as well as your stainless steel cookware. So if you want to go for those, $29.99 is your price. 651453. We're busy across everything.
We are, and remember to check your baskets out for the air fryer. There's far too many people ordering that now. You need to check your baskets through. But we've just moved back to our blankets because you've absolutely loved these. And they do say weather is changing. We had a really nice day, Christmas Day, and then it's
We
just
did,
gone
didn't we?
downhill
Yeah.
from then, hasn't it? And it's damp at the minute, but they say it's going to be really minus temperatures by the weekend.
And snow on the way to lots of parts of the country. So imagine having a blanket that is heated. because that's exactly what we've got here. Isn't it?
It's heaven. It's like a big hot water bottle just on your lap, keeping you toasty warm. Perhaps you worry about putting all the heating on and you sit cold when you're reading the newspaper, watching a movie. This allows you to have your heat wherever you are. So if you just sat in the living room, you've just got this on your lap, not having to heat the whole of the house. You've got this gorgeous warmth, making sure that you're staying warm. And I think as a gift idea, if you visited any relatives that the house was cold, they were cold, what a great present. And the lovely thing is, really affordable to run. It's only 160 watts of power, which is incredible.
It's so easy to operate as well. You've got this little remote control attached to the blanket. That's your power button in the middle there. If you want to increase the temperature level, you've got 9 different levels of heat in the blanket itself, and then you've also got 9 levels on the timer. Now each one of those equals 20 minutes, so if you go to level 2 it's 40 minutes and then it'll automatically switch off, but you can go right up to 3 hours on the timer.
I'd just put it on for 3 hours.
The other great thing, if you're thinking, well, how am I going to look after it, the remote control comes away from the blanket, and then this sealed unit that you see here, it all, including the blanket itself, goes straight in the washing machine at 40 degrees. So it comes out good as new. You've got that beautiful Sherpa finish to the reverse, so that lovely softness to the reverse.
It feels really nice, doesn't it? There's something really comforting about the feel to it as well. So you're going to feel super sort of comfortable under this, but as soon as you put that warmth in, as soon as you plug that cable in, you've got such easy controls. I bought one of these for Mum. My mum hates remote controls, but this is so easy. She absolutely loves it. And the nice thing is, we bought a very similar one of these for Sean's dad years ago, and he was one of the best presents we'd ever bought, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whenever we visited, he was either sat under the blanket or it was right there on the sofa.
Ready.
And he used it every day of the year. And I know that you might think, hang on a minute. And obviously winter-wise, absolutely, because it's so cold. You don't want to get cold because you get cold to the bone. That's when you get a cold, isn't it? That's when you don't feel great. So make sure you're warm. But in the summer, his room was always quite chilly.
He never got the sun on a certain room where he spent a lot of the time, so it was always chilly. So just to take the edge off, he'd put the blanket on low setting. And how comforting is it?
It is.
Just to have a blanket over your lap, isn't it? It's like that hug, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you like a hot water bottle, if you ever have an electric blanket in bed, or if you ever had a heated car seat, it's that same kind of warmth. It's just that comfort.
And
that
we were
feeling.
saying, I was saying about elderly relatives, perhaps you visited some elderly relatives and they were cold, the house was cold. But actually, if you're working from home, and a lot of people that don't want to put the whole central heating on all day when they're just sat in the office or they're just sat in the living room or the kitchen, wherever you work from, this could be on your lap, because even if you have to do the video calls, they only see that bit, don't they? That could be on your lap with your pyjama bottoms and your slippers on, nobody knows.
Nice and warm.
And then you can have your suit and your tie on the top. But you'll be nice, toasty warm.
You've got 2 colours to choose from. Hayley's got that lovely chocolate brown. I've got the charcoal
It's
grey.
back in stock. We've been waiting for this to come back in stock, and it's absolutely flying. It is the favourite. There's something about that. I think because it goes with sort of any decor, really, doesn't it? Whatever colours you've got in your home. And if you're buying it as a gift, of course it goes. You don't need to know what sort of decor. It's going to work, isn't it?
Obviously, there are elements that run through the centre of the blanket, but you can barely feel them. You just feel the softness of the fleece and that Sherpa. So 9 different temperature settings, up to a 3-hour time setting, I should say, in 20-minute increments each level. So level 1 is 20 minutes, level 2 is 40 minutes, right up to 3 hours, but an automatic switch off. Size-wise, this is it over a double bed, so it gives you the idea of the size of it.
And you could sort of warm your bed up before you get into bed, quite a nice idea. But honestly, this is to put onto your lap, wrap around your shoulders. Gives you an idea here. I mean, it's nice and lightweight as well, but you can see here, when we were saying about wattage, 160 watts of power. It works out, now obviously it will vary, or depending what you pay, but it works out around about 7 pence an hour.
Yeah.
How great is that? So if you are, I don't want to put all the central heating on, but I don't want to be cold, this makes it a really affordable way for you to be warm. Whatever you're doing a crossword, watching a movie, reading the newspaper.
It's like you say about the wattage of things. It's only 160 watts.
I don't know anything that's 160 watts.
Well,
my hairdryer's over 2,000.
Our kettle's 1,800. So 160 watts, really low energy consumption. Ultra soft, like we say, on the outside and the inside. and then
It's really comforting, super soft.
the heat elements, you will barely feel them.
You feel the
You'll struggle
warmth,
to
yeah.
find them.
It feels like a regular blanket, but that warms up, which is absolute heaven. And machine washable, don't forget, Sean showed you how to take the electric cable out, pop it into the washing machine, 40 degrees, because you will virtually live under this. Now, lots of you multi-ordering, the grey, the charcoal is the most popular, but do think about gift ideas, because I think they're a brilliant present.
Yeah, going for, especially at this time of year, just as a gift for yourself.
And at
just to keep you nice and warm.
$34.99, what can you buy for $34.99?
And you don't even have to pay that today. $13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free
Fabulous.
payments with PayPal Pay in 3. And that's if you're paying on the website, and that's the easiest way to find everything. ShopOnTV.co.uk. You'll see the air fryer that we've got. You'll see the fantastic kitchen solutions like the utensils and the dinner service that we've got for you. But you have loved our Black & Decker air fryer. It's a dual basket air fryer for such a great price. It's less than £90 that you're paying for a machine that's so good.
It's absolutely fabulous value for money. It's fantastic, but we've only got 5% of stock left, but we've got so many people trying to order that 5%. We've got a lot more people ordering than stock is available. This air fryer is going to help you. It's going to be that helping hand in your kitchen, but actually you'll use it instead of the main oven. The main oven takes about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, half an hour to heat up. Most of your food is cooked in here in 20 minutes. And look at the meat. You'll use it because it tastes so amazing. It seals the meat on the outside. It's so tasty and succulent and juicy on the inside. Chicken will be one of the best things, a whole chicken, like a rotisserie chicken. It's fantastic.
There's no compromise on taste, but you're using less power because it cooks quicker and it's a lower wattage than your main oven. And it's also less oil and fat.
Yes.
So going into the new year, if you want a healthier way of cooking, look at these. These are the perfect example.
And they look like they're deep fried.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Super crispy on the outside, lovely and moist inside.
Chips, and they're low-fat chips.
Yeah.
Because a potato isn't fattening, it's the oil you put on the chips. But honestly, pizzas, garlic breads, no soggy bottoms. They do food like that, or picky things, or if you just want to heat
Party
up
food,
a mince pie. If you put those things in the microwave, they go soggy and horrible. But in here, they heat. This reheats as well. This has got 9 preset programs.
And again, it's simple and it's straightforward to operate.
This as well.
You can see Hayley's just showing you how you can set the 2 different times and temperatures on different sides. So you can have one maybe baking on one side,
Yeah.
you could something frying on the other side. No oil or fat if you don't want to use it, but you can sync everything up together so it all finishes at the same time. But we're super limited on stock and massively over allocating, more people trying to order than we've got stock remaining. So if you've got it in a basket and you want it, make sure you check out.
You can see there, gives you an idea of what you can save, not using your big oven and using an air fryer. Remember, you can use just one basket if you're on your own. You can use both baskets if the whole family. If you just want to do cheese on toast for yourself, my mum wouldn't put the big grill on to do cheese on toast, but she does cheese on toast in the air fryer. She actually does the ready meals as well in the air fryer. She do a jacket potato. She cooks in the air fryer every single night of the week, as does your sister, as does us. I think once you've got an air fryer, you swear by them. You never go back to that big oven. It's a bit like buying a cordless vacuum. Once you've had a cordless vacuum, you'll never go back to corded. Whereas with an air fryer, it's the air fryer you use rather than putting the big oven on.
And it's for me, it's better than using the microwave, even if you're heating things up, because you get a completely different finish. If it's leftover takeaways like pizzas, the next day come out brilliantly crisp.
Camembert is absolutely amazing in it. And in the big oven, you can never do it right. It's always got lumps in, you're always leaving it forever. Whereas in here, again, most foods, not everything, but most foods will be cooked in here from in 20 minutes. Whereas in the big oven, you're still waiting for it to heat up.
Now, 167493 is the item number. We're going to show you it in the kitchen once again, but there's only 4% of the stock remaining. If you've got it in a basket and you want it, check out whilst you're watching this. We might even have to come back a little bit early if all the stock disappears.
If you wanted to, well, you can start to get really clever with your cooking. You could actually press sync finish. So basically, one will go on hold while the other one plays. So you can see that's on hold now. that won't boot in until the duration of this, and then you simultaneously have your foods finished at the same time.
You can do your meat, your potatoes, your veggies, whatever it is. You can have them all finished at the same time, ready to eat. But you can bung them all in one go.
Yeah.
That's what I love. It's set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Do you have to turn over? Does it warn you if you've got to turn any food or?
No, not with air frying. I think generally you can literally put your food in, and because you've got that elevation station.
Elevation station.
It kind of circulates underneath your food as well, which is great.
So no need for turning as well.
Right, I'm just thinking, I want you to show the difference between, my cheese has gone a little bit gnarly over the top, but I'm doing a vegetarian in one side, or vegan, so I've got my mushroom and my vegetarian burger.
Amazing.
Okay. Of course, you shouldn't eat too many mushrooms.
No, why?
You won't have much room for dessert.
Oh, that's what I love about you. You're a fun guy.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started. And then the other side, we've got our meat lovers burger. So again, that really gnarly, beautiful.
Gnarly? It looks great.
Cheese, and we'll put a sauce on it as well. How good's that? But what's great here, guys, is that if you have got anyone in the family who has got any allergies, dietary requirements, again, we're cooking in 2 separate baskets.
Yeah, how easy are they to clean up?
Yeah, it's a great question, because actually they are literally glide clean, non-stick.
And they're non-stick, are they?
Non-stick, yeah. I mean, these have cooled down now, but you can see here in the very base. And actually what's clever about this, you do have your maximum line, which is shown back here. So if you are going to do something like your bread and butter pudding or your baked pasta bake.
Oh, you could do a crumble in there, couldn't you?
You could do anything like that. Yeah, any one pot wonder you could do in here.
What about Toad in the Hole?
I've never tried it, but I don't see why not.
Why not? I mean, you par cook the sausages anyway, don't you? Which you could do in one basket.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
There's nothing to stop you. Pretty much anything you can do in your oven, you can do in that.
There you
Even
go.
if I've got to say, can I just talk to the ladies and gentlemen while we get ready for the next thing? Look, here's the thing, right? I bought an air fryer. Actually, I bought an air grill. So mine's a grill with a lift pull down lid, but it has an air frying basket that goes in it as well. It was all the rage on the internet, and I managed to get it on an Amazon Prime Day special deal for £99. And it was 150 or 160 or something normal price. $89.99, and this is a $259.99 oven for $89.99. You don't get dual air fryers that I'm aware of, even for under £100, really that regularly or that easily. $89.99 is an absolute steal of a price. Run to your internet connection or your phone and get this as soon as you can, because A, it's Black & Decker, it's not some unknown name or some cheap Chinese knockoff. You've got with Black & Decker, you know you've got reliability, you know you've got integrity, you know you've got quality, you know you've got value as well because of us here at ShopOnTV. It's extraordinary. I honestly, if I didn't already have an air fryer, I'd be buying this one. Amazing. What's next?
Okay, well, we're going to do probably one of my favourites.
Okay. The Magic Jack special.
I've called it JFC.
JFC.
Jack's Fried Chicken. It hasn't got all those spices in there, but hey-ho. Actually, I've used my favourite crisp.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know what that is? Yeah.
I do.
Actually,
Dorito.
my producer said, I mean, you could use cornflakes.
Yeah.
But I use the Doritos, you know the chili heat wave ones?
Yes,
You use the tangy cheese ones. So blitz those down. Then you've got
Crunchy
your
nut
egg,
cornflakes
and then
are
you've
good
got your flour.
Right.
Okay, this is, in chef's terminology, this is called paneing.
Paneing.
Okay, so you get your chicken fillet, you dredge it through the flour.
Yeah.
Then
Egg wash.
your egg wash, and then you take your favourite crisp, which is blitzed up. You could use breadcrumbs if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But the reason I do this is because to get crispy chicken, generally, this crispy, you'd probably deep fat fry it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all of that oil is being absorbed into the chicken, and it's not healthy.
No,
You'll notice in this recipe there is 0 oil going into it. So we put it into the air fry basket, and here's some I prepared earlier. So I've got lovely uniform chicken. They'll all cook at the same time. Let me wash my hands.
That's going to be minutes. That's going to take minutes.
Well, have a guess. Yeah, have
12
a guess.
minutes?
Yeah, I think we could probably do it in 8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10, because they're goujons, aren't
Bearing
they?
in mind that's including the preheat time as well.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do chicken thighs. I think it's about 16 minutes I do. Chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks. And they come out brilliantly. They really do come out well. And you can keep the bone-in skin on, which is what I do. Or actually, sometimes I'll cut the bone out but keep the skin on. Oh, delish. Quick, simple, easy, no turning them. They're just ready to go. You can set it, forget it, sit down, watch a bit of your favourite TV show. It'll go ping, and then you're ready to go. 9-litre dual basket. The smart finish function, which again means that essentially your food will all be finished at the same time, and then because the machine works out based on the times you put in to cook each particular food in each particular compartment, it will then stagger the cooking so everything is literally done in the same second. 9 digital preset cooking menus, although you can use, if you use the 70-degree setting on the defrosting function, you can also use it as a dehydrating machine as well. You've got the match cook function where it cooks at the same temperature and time across the whole machine, and you're talking about really quite substantially faster cooking, in my experience, with a lot less oil. You don't have to use any oil at all, but if you want to brown your potatoes, a little spritz, and it doesn't have to be a vegetable oil. It could be your favourite avocado oil if you wanted it to be, or olive oil.
Yeah.
So you can, I bought this because if you are on a keto or carnivore diet or a low carb diet, this is a godsend. That was a Freudian, whatever you call it. It is a godsend and a gobsend. Yes, anyway, please continue.
Are you a pizza lover?
Oh, yes.
Have you ever had a calzone?
Oh, of course. In Chicago.
Oh, really? One of the best places ever.
Yes.
Deep pan pizza.
Oh,
right?
yeah, babe.
Stuffed crust.
Oh, yeah.
So what I've got,
I didn't get this size
I've
just by
got
accident.
some normal pizza. Now, traditionally, to get pizza cooked really well, I would recommend buying a pizza oven. Okay, which is probably another 150 quid. Okay, so this is the most incredible pizza oven. In fact, this actually has a pizza function.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to load it with some. I love red onion and chorizo. Or chorizo, if you're going to say it correctly. Load it with cheese. Okay, a little bit of passata sauce in there as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're just going to basically fold this in half. A little bit of herbs, Italian herbs and seasoning.
How quick and easy is that? Well, you can buy pre-made, what do you call it, dough as well, can't you?
This is pre-made.
Oh, it is? Oh,
yeah, I shop bought this. Yeah. So basically, we'll fold it in half. We'll crimp those edges, and trust me, in about 8 to 10 minutes, this will be like a wood-fired pizza.
Now, excuse me, would you wash the top with some egg or?
No, because it's pizza dough.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's not like a puff pastry or short crust pastry.
You could do quiches, you could do pasties.
Yeah, we always say this. You're only limited by your imagination.
What about samosas? Could you do those in there?
Party food is brilliant. Coming into New Year's Eve.
What about frozen food in the fridge? Unexpected party. Can you get?
Absolutely.
It'll go from frozen.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Like I said, anything you cook in your conventional oven at home, you can cook in here.
Yeah.
So let's see calzone. You can see it on the overhead camera.
A calzone.
Remember, cold oven. I'm going to put my left into there. It's not hot at all.
No.
The basket's not hot.
Okay.
So we'll select our function. We're going to go right across to the pizza function.
Yeah.
There. It's already on 180 degrees, but we can adjust our time and temperature. We can override that if we wanted to.
Yes.
And we'll go right up to 200 degrees. We'll press start.
So it's 80 to 200 degrees or 70 degrees for the defrost one.
Correct, yeah. And goes up in 5-degree increments.
Got it.
So in about 8 minutes' time, we're going to have our calzone cooked to perfection.
I can't wait.
Trust me.
Jack, I'm a creature of comfort. Ooh. So, because I cook the same things over and over,
yeah.
what I tend to do is the first time I do a new recipe in my air fryer, if it's not quite right, you put it in for a bit longer. If it was a bit too brown, you go, I won't cook it as long next time. So eventually you'll get to know very quickly the cooking times for the things you do regularly. But pretty much you can always go, I just go on the internet. If I'm doing sausages, air fryer, sausages. There are so many recipes and so many resources on the internet and on YouTube for using an air fryer. So even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, it's a no problem. And we even have on the web the Tower air fryer book, It's on our website at shopontv.co.uk. Here it is, the dual basket air fryer cookbook from Tower for £19.99. You've got 250 pages, 150 plus unique recipes, tips, tricks, and step-by-step instructions worth putting in your basket at the same time. Get it in your basket, as they say.
All right.
Be amazed what I can fit in my basket.
Well, talking about baskets,
Yeah.
I'm going to put my next food in there.
Yeah.
But before I do that, a little bit of garnish over the.
Oh, yeah, those look sticky. What are those, honey?
They are my buffalo chicken wings.
Buffalo. I love a bit of buffalo chicken wing, yeah.
Look.
Oh, no, that's. Oh, that is
another
food pornography right there.
It really is. It really is.
Can I have a little drumlet?
Would you like one?
Yeah, just a little drumsticky one.
Look at that. Just have a. I'm just going to pass you the plate.
I'll just take this one. That's the one that caught my eye. You can put that back at the
That
front.
hasn't got any sauce on it.
That's fine. I don't mind buffalo sauce. Well, I don't mind it. It's just not my favourite.
You'll try that. Get your lips around that. Tell me what you think. Delicious? Yes.
So tender.
Yes. It's good.
It melts in the mouth. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
you too can be like me. One of these nearing your orifice in just a few days when you get your Black & Decker air fryer.
Good.
No, terrible. Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Quick and easy meals. Snacks. I love the whole thing that if you get home late one day, maybe the train's delayed and you get home and you haven't got time to cook your main meal, but you've got a load of stuff in the freezer. You can pop it out, whop it in your basket. A few minutes later, you're ready to go. It's just you get all of that, the two plates, the twin basket machine, all for £89.99.
Yeah, fish and veg, midweek meals. It is
Wait,
amazing.
let's see it.
Yeah. I think you've seen it on the overhead. No?
Turn it forward.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Lovely,
So,
quick.
Midweek meal, literally veg, salmon fillets over the top. Select your basket, go across to fish. Again, times and temperatures are all preset. This is where it's a game changer. 170 degrees. 25 minutes. I actually will reduce it down to about 12 to 15 minutes because that's going to be perfectly cooked, and we'll come back to that.
And off it goes.
Love the fact that you have got that manual setting and you can actually work out how, the temperature and the time. And you have got 9 preset programs. It defrosts and it reheats brilliantly, but it's so simple to use. And having 2 baskets, if you're going for an air fryer, this is the air fryer to go for, because you can use the one basket on its own or you can use both of them together.
But
so one person, a whole family.
The value is spectacular
amazing.
here. A usual price of almost £260, £170 saving against that.
But twice as many people ordering
Yes,
now as
yeah.
stock available. We've been warning you. You desperately need to check your baskets out.
And what are you going to cook in here? Well, all and everything, from your roast potatoes and your chips, no oil, no fat, but no compromise on taste, to your roast dinners.
I stopped eating meat because I found the big oven dried it out. I didn't like the texture, whereas actually in an air fryer, it seals the meat on the outside. It's so juicy and succulent on the inside. I don't think you can spoil meat, whereas do a whole chicken the first thing you cook, because it's like a rotisserie chicken. It's amazing.
And then things like your burgers, your chicken wings, your snack food, your party food. If you want to do fish fingers for the kids for lunch and you don't want to put on the big
Cheese
oven,
on
this is
toast.
perfect.
Use it as a grill.
Chicken goujons.
Yes, it look like they're deep fried, but actually they're low calorie.
Yeah.
Because it
As
gives
low
you the
calorie as they can be,
like
yeah.
the deep fried taste, but you just use a tiny amount of oil, and it's the oil that's all the calories.
Yeah.
Potatoes aren't fattening. We have a jacket potato. It's brilliant for fish, and fish I think can be really tricky, but again it doesn't dry out. But then puddings and cakes. And
I
things
can't
like that.
cook fish on the hob because I burn it on the outside and it's raw on the inside.
It does it so well.
And it stinks the whole house out, doesn't it? This encapsulates the smell, but you get that perfect finish. Honestly, everything that you cook pretty much on the hob and in the oven, you'll be able to do in here. But you've got to check out your baskets. So there's pretty much double the amount of people trying to order than the stock we have.
And I love the
remaining.
fact it allows you as well to put everything at the start, and even if something doesn't take as long, it then puts that basket on hold.
Yeah.
to when you press the sync finish, so it all finishes cooking at the same time. How often do you put something in the oven and think, oh gosh, when should I put the potatoes on? When do I put the veg on? Because you haven't looked at what time did I put that in the oven, and you can't get it to all finish at the right time. The meat's not ready and the veg is. This makes sure it all finishes at the same time. It's fabulous. But though this is so easy,
if you want some inspiration for
Loads
cooking
of inspiration.
in an air fryer, this book is brilliant. The colours, the recipes, the inspiration that we talk about, whether we're talking about breakfast, lunches, dinners, this is designed for dual air fryers. Just $6.66 if you're adding it into your PayPal Pay in 3 basket, $19.99. This is a great standalone gift on its own for anyone who's got a tower, an air fryer of any sort. 997083 is the item number. Look at the kind. We did
so
that the other
much.
night. Where's it
Oh,
gone?
that was delicious.
We saw this and we did it the other night in the air fryer.
We have this book and we've done so much out of it, honestly. You'll absolutely love it. And it's so little in your actual PayPal basket. Split that cost and just have loads of... Perhaps you're cooking the same dinner every single night. You always have chicken on a Friday, you have fish on a Monday, and you want some changes. This is loads of inspiration in here. Really fabulous.
997083 if you want to add that in at $19.99. It's a brilliant price, and again, pretty much for anyone who's got an air fryer, that's going to be great
Fabulous.
for. So just add it into your basket if you're going for the air fryer, or if you want to buy it on its own. Everything's available on the website, and that's always the easiest way to shop for us. ShopOnTV.co.uk. Go to shop now and you'll see the live show, everything that we've got, all your kitchen accessories that you can see there. Everything included, including our Polty coffee machine, which you also loved.
It has been a real favourite. It's sold out a couple of times, I think, now. It's back in stock. It's a great gift idea if you've got weddings coming up. Perhaps someone's moved into a new home. Perhaps you've got a little bit of Christmas money and you've always fancied a really nice coffee machine, but they're always too big. This is super compact, about the size of, I would say, a toaster. But it's not just an espresso machine, which normally a coffee machine this size would only do black coffee.
Well, that's where it all begins, with this perfect espresso that you can see there. The pour is perfect, the crema on the top, it just shows the quality of the coffee you're using. Now, you are getting 54 pods included, but you can use your own favourite ground coffee, so you're not tied to the pods in themselves. But then you start with the espresso, but because of the milk frother that's on there, you can make all your favourite specialty milk drinks, like your cortado, your macchiato, your lattes and your cappuccinos. You can even use it for an iced coffee if you want to.
Yeah, you can. You can do hot chocolates, you can do tea. It's so versatile. It's actually got the wand on the side that allows you to froth the milk, and it's got 2 different settings. So you've got a really sort of frothy setting to it, which is great for cappuccinos. But then you've got a more textured actual sort of setting that gives you the right milk then for a hot chocolate or a latte or something like that. So simple to use, very simple buttons on the front. You really can't go wrong, and it's really beautifully designed. But what you must do is think about price-wise, that this will virtually, in my mind, if you buy coffees constantly from the coffee shop, this could pay for itself so quickly.
Yeah, well, you look at these very generous costs that we've put here.
Very generous.
Yeah, about 50p a cup with the coffee machine pods that we've got. Coffee from the high street, £3 a cup would be nice. We got you an espresso today. It was more than that, just for a single shot. You could save around £2.50 per day, or £10 for every 4 coffees. With the offer at £149, which includes 54 of those solo pods, you could be saving £10 a week on the coffees. And that would mean the machine was free within 15 weeks.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And remember, it comes with these fabulous pods. But remember, you can use the favourite ground coffee that you already use right now. You've got all the different filters, a filter for the pods, you've got a double filter for your ground coffee and a single filter as well. But it's honestly so beautifully designed. But when Polty bought out their coffee machine, they bought it out alongside the son of the family, actually, who had been working alongside coffee for 25 years. It was a massive passion of his. So when they bought the coffee machine out, bringing his passion for coffee and their knowledge of steam and you know, making products like this, they had to bring out a really nice, they were determined to also bring out a really special coffee.
They wanted it to be a combination of the machine and the coffee, but they didn't want to tie you to the coffee. But the coffee that you get is what they call solo origin. So it's never a mix, it's never a blend. You'll always get exactly the same taste. And you've got 3 different varieties. You've got the Tanzanian, you've got the Ugandan, and you've also got the Vietnamese coffee. It's pretty much coffee for every time of day.
Yeah, you've got sort of a kickstart coffee for the morning. You've got an afternoon coffee. Then you've got sort of a well-blended coffee between the 3 of them. But of course, use those pods. You'll absolutely love them. We sell out of these pods time and time again because obviously you can buy them to go alongside your machine in the future, but use it alongside your favourite ground coffees as well. But the solar coffee that they've developed is absolutely beautiful.
It's always 100% purity as opposed to a blend of coffee. Remember, the pods that come are 100% compostable. It was Francesca from Polti, it was her brother Stefano, who had worked in coffee for years and came back to the family, working with steam alongside coffee to bring this speciality machine. But also very important to have the coffee. They were really passionate about the coffee. The other great thing is even the pictures on the boxes are local artists, locally sourced. They've bought the rights for the pictures. And they even hang the originals of those pictures in the headquarters of Polti in Italy. But it's a really nice story, isn't it?
It is a lovely story. It's really lovely coffee. It's a real fabulous machine. And it's a deal you can't afford to miss out on. £149, getting 54 pods included. But remember, you've got the filters for the pods, and that so easily just sits in, and then you use that as you would do as you see them use it in the coffee shops. But then you've also got your double filter for your regular ground coffee and your single filter as well. And remember, 100% compostable as well, these pods. We've got just an espresso machine, which we've had for years, and they're all plastic capsules.
They're not recyclable.
That you have to throw away, which is shocking. And it only does, it's this sort of size, but it only does black coffee, it only does espressos.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you've got a compact machine that has got the milk frother, so you can make any single coffee that you want.
But the espresso is where it always starts, and this gives you that perfect pour of your espresso. You get that perfect crema to the top of the coffee. That locks in the taste and gives you that perfect finish to your coffee every time. But starting with an espresso, but then because of that milk frother that Hayley's been talking about, you can go to everything from espresso to cortado to cappuccino to latte to macchiato. You can even do your hot chocolates in there and your teas or your iced coffee if you want an iced coffee as we go into the summer.
Hot chocolates are amazing out of here. Really nice as well to put the syrups into your coffees too. You'll feel like you are what do they call them? The
barista
in the coffee shop, because it allows you so easily to make incredible coffee. And what a price. Split that cost with PayPal Pay in 3. And great gift to yourself, a great gift perhaps for a wedding gift, or perhaps someone's just moved in to a new home. But check it all out on the website. But please, it's back in stock. I think we've sold out of it twice before, but we have got it available right now. But grab it while the stock is there. Absolutely loving that.
$51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you want to go for the Polti machine. Really simple.
Great water tank as well. You can make a good few coffees with that water. Yeah, it
now,
is.
the air fryer is hanging on by a thread, literally.
There's 8% left. 1%. 1% left. But a lot more people trying to order than stock is available. It's a dual basket air fryer for under £90, which is absolutely incredible. You can cook in one basket, you can cook in both baskets. You can actually synchronise it so it finishes cooking at the same time as well, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, you can have them at different times, different temperatures. You've got preset programs on here for things like chips, chops, prawns, baking, drumsticks, all the kinds of food that you would do in the oven or on the hob, really.
It's even got a reheat, it's got a defrost as well, comes with a 2-year warranty. I love this. Do your meat and veg, do your meat and your potatoes. Meat is amazing out of here. It seals it on the outside, it's so juicy and succulent on the inside. It drains as well the actual extra fats and oils away. So a healthier way to cook your meals. Now, we're just hearing there's 40 people going to miss out now.
Yeah, that's why we will consistently say check out your baskets and confirm those orders.
We've got more people ordering than stock
Way
is
more,
available.
way more people trying to order. I think lots of people have just joined
and
us
getting
as well.
busier,
Yeah.
I'm hearing, which is great. Remember, you cook with the tiniest amount of oil, so everything is sort of more low fat because it's the oil that is the calories. So you can have low fat chips, low fat roast potatoes, low fat roast vegetables. Oh, and for pizzas, it's like a proper pizza oven. You
Yeah.
get that proper base. For fish, which a lot of people struggle to cook, it cooks beautifully.
Also non-stick on the inside, so it's really,
Washes really
easy
well as
to
well.
clean. You can still add it in
And
167493.
most food is cooked in there in 20 minutes. Not everything, but virtually everything. Whereas your big oven, you're still waiting 20 minutes later for it to be hot enough to put your food in. This is already cooking. That food is on your plate. You can absolutely love it.
Now, don't forget, you can join us every single evening
Yes,
between the
do.
hours of midnight and 3 a.m. on ITV1 and STV. Don't forget, we've got extra special deals on our
Yes,
Freeview channel,
Freeview
Freeview 89 going on at the moment, so check all of those deals out.
We've got great deals tomorrow.
Join us tomorrow, yeah, cleaning solutions tomorrow. We've got our Blue Magic Universal Cleaner.
Which we love. And we've got Dave with his chamois.
Oh, the chamois.
The chamois man
The
is in
most
town.
absorbent cloth you've ever seen.
Every home needs one, so do join us tomorrow for that as well. But check everything out on the website. What you've got to do now, if you want the air fryer, you've got to check it out. Loads of you are going to miss out. The coffee machines fly in as well. And don't forget those heated blankets. What a night.
What a night. You'll see it all on the website, shopontv.co.uk. Always the easiest way for you to shop and find everything. You can still add this in and perhaps steal it out of someone's
Yes.
basket. 167493 if you want to. And if you've got it in a basket, make sure you confirm your order and you check those baskets out.
And happy Twixmas.
Happy Twixmas.
Hope you had a lovely Christmas. It's been lovely to be back. We'll see you again tomorrow night. But if you've got anything in a basket, check out those baskets. Otherwise, sadly, it might say sell out and you're going to be disappointed. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.